This is my main machine for a week. Let's see why. So, as all of you guys know, I've always been into these workstations and whatnot. And while X58 was great and the T7500 was a fantastic machine, I got that whim, you know the whim I'm talking about. And we're going to be figuring out what I'm talking about. So I love this Precision, and it'll always have a special place in my heart just because of, what it is, what it was. Kind of my, I guess you could say, the gateway drug into these dual socket workstations. Well, really, that's more the Z600's fault, but, well, no, actually, no, it's the T5400, and that was my first one. Man, I have a problem. So in the recent year, I have gone from that Optiplex 990 up there to a Z600, not that particular one, to this T3600. Yeah, there's where it is. To the T7500. Then I got that whim, of course. Got on eBay, ordered this without much thinking, saw it was being shipped by UPS, and I knew I was in trouble. So, for beginners, this front latch was broken. The case is rather weak from being dropped multiple times by people who don't care. I don't know if you guys can see how you guys can see right here what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know if that's a, design flaw by Dell, but going from how well built the T50 or T7500 was to this, I don't think Dell would let that pass, but who am I kidding? I don't know. I guess, yeah, you guys can kind of tell how it's bent right there. And typically, I don't mind a fixer-upper. Like, stuff like this does not bother me. This is actually a good way to get deals and stuff when the computer fully works, but it needs some TLC around the edges. But but no, this wasn't the case. This computer had issues, and there's a little bit more of the damage down here. But yeah, this computer had its fair share of issues, so that's not going to cut it, and it's going back to Las Vegas tomorrow. And it's seriously such a shame because this machine is laid out so well. You've got SF8087 ports on the board for a integrated SAS controller. It's a really, really well thought out computer. You've got these nifty little covers over your RAM, your CPU coolers, while rather inadequate for the 130 watt CPUs I ran in here. Right now it's got two E5 2620s. I think they're 2 gigahertz. They're really crappy 6-core CPUs. Wow, can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, they're not too great. You've got the overhead PCI Express slots, and I love that. That is super cool, but I'm not going to pay for a computer that was destroyed, even if it's not their fault. And for those of you who don't know the story behind this XPS 9550, this was a $180 pawn shop score with, I kid you not, these specs. Every single bit except for the 2 terabyte hard drive right there, but the 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, the i7 to 960M, the 256 gig NVMe Samsung PM951, excuse me, for $180. Now I haven't really been keeping up with the prices on machines like this, but it's like $400 cheaper than what they were going for on eBay in this configuration. So it's not a bad daily driver until I get my workstation sorted out. But yeah, so the whole T7600 really was ashamed. I mean, it's a fantastic computer with really, really nice features, and if it were in better condition and didn't arrive destroyed, especially for the price I got it for, I would have no trouble keeping it. But I don't want a computer in this condition, and so yeah, it's going back to its owner in Las Vegas tomorrow, which of course is totally fine because I'm impulsive and there's a new workstation on the way from a different manufacturer this time. But this is a little bit of a sneak peek on how it's going to be outfitted. So we've got a Asus Blu-ray drive, a LG drive, which I'm not sure if I'm going to put in or not, my IC dock 4-in-1 from the 7500, 48 gigs of DDR3 1333 ECC memory, which I'll upgrade, not because of the capacity but because of the speed. This is a QLogic, which is a Broadcom chipset, 10 gigabit Ethernet card, which is really, really nice for well, you know, networking on the local network, file sharing between these other machines and whatnot. But fantastic for that. Drew can vouch for that. A Dell H310. I don't know if I'm going to even be using this because the new machine I've got on the way is pretty well fitted, so I don't think I'll really need this anymore. But I will need this. This is a HT Omega. I need to get my focus right. I don't have autofocus on my camera because it doesn't work very well. But this is a Striker 7.1 PCI audio card, and it sounds great. The drivers are fantastic, and yeah, it's just a decent little add-on for, you know, the price that they're going for nowadays. Once again, another thing I'm not sure if I'm going to need or not. This is a 7-port PCI Express 1X USB 3 card. So, like I said, the new machine is also pretty well fitted as far as USB 3 goes, so probably won't be needing this. We'll be needing these. These are, so these drives are all 2 terabyte. These 3 I keep in a RAID 0 configuration for local network stuff, so it's, you know, really quick and does its best job to not, you know, slow down the 10 gigabit network. A 1 terabyte Western Digital Enterprise drive, which will be for something, I'm not sure yet. A 3 terabyte, which is used for raw video. And then a 4 terabyte Blue, which is used for like Steam games, and it's just kind of my go-to storage device, really. Back here we've still got the good old 980 that I bought. You guys can go back and see that video for $100, which I'm still not feeling bad about. Two Noctua fans. I'm not sure if I'm going to need it in the new system, but I've got them back there. And then 2 8-core CPUs. I've got to get this focus thing down, but yeah, 2 8-core CPUs, which I'll these are fairly temporary. These are one of the best that you can get on the version 1, but the new computer supports V2 as well, so surprises, surprises. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. I'm pretty stoked. Where's the stop button? Oh. A little bit of something kind of cool that some of you guys may appreciate. This is a the silver logo IBM Model M. I got this thing for, he was gonna just give it to me because I inquired about it, but I gave him $20 because it's such a perfect example. IBM Model M buckling spring keyboard with that iconic sound. Of course, with a few, you know, little modifications. Cool little Etsy seller makes these cool little custom keycaps, and these right here came from Unicomp. as well as the Control, Alt, and Shift keys. Yes, I know this isn't right, and that is because I ordered ISO instead of ANSI. So I'm a little bit stupid. I'm a lot a bit stupid. Let's just kind of take a look at what's going on, and then you guys can tell me for yourselves. Actually, don't. That's the last thing I need to hear. But yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, guys. So that's pretty much where we're at for now. I need to get this thing packed and ship out the X5690s to a lucky guy who got a good deal on them in Puerto Rico. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in a few days. So stay tuned.